Today, Precarious plays
Hades.
Okay, new plan.
New plan.
I'm going to ask you questions and you will answer them succinctly so that your brain can concentrate on fighting and getting through this.
That is the new plan.
Okay, so last episode we were talking about having this game so closely in comparison with Transistor and seeing how good the polish on a simple system can be, and you were starting to talk about the basic attacks that you have that get modified. So tell me again what the basic attacks you have to work with in this scenario are.
I'll use the weapon I have right now as the example.
Yeah.
But know that this is not true of all of the weapons that are available.
Okay.
The spear I have, I think it's Vratha.
Mm-hmm.
Slow day so far there, boss. Well, all that's about to change. You got my guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, oh, fine, I'll take it. So, Vratha has a spear thrust that you can use as your basic attack. It also has a charge move. So, just saying like it's got an attack and a special is misleading because some weapons have additional functions if you like press sequentially or press and hold, right?
Yeah.
So that can make it a little difficult to describe. But this weapon, it has a spear thrust, it has a dash slash. You can see like the big arcing wave that comes out there.
Yeah.
And then it has a charge spin attack, which with this particular aspect is like the focus, right?
Yeah.
So do you see the horns that are showing up above the enemy?
Yeah.
That is a debuff that is applied by the spin attack. All right, think quickly. I wish I could re-roll this. That's not great. I'll take it though. Oh, I forgot. I brought Deuce's charm. Okay, looking for things.
For people who don't know this game, it sounds like you said deuces, like you've got a buddy named Deuce, not Deusa.
This is gonna get the pomegranate. Okay, that's fine. So the attack that I have is a basic thrust, and then it can be charged for a spin attack, and then it also has a spear toss.
Yeah.
You press the button once to throw it out, and then again to bring it back to you. So you can do some minor little adjustments. Like I missed there, but the enemy jumped, and I tried to position the enemy between myself and the spear so I could hit it on the backswing, essentially.
I see. Yeah. So your weapon...
Hold on, I should mention, you asked about my attack, and I think that you were using that as like a lowercase a, and for my purposes, it is a proper capital A attack, because this is called your special.
Right.
For the purposes of like determining your like how powers interact and damage bonuses and stuff.
Yeah, well what I was trying to get at is that you said that there's sort of like a basic core set of things you can do that get modified.
Right.
And that's what I was trying to get at. And also the weapon, is that something that you pick and then stick with for the whole run, or can you change that later?
The weapon you are stuck with for the entire run, but even that is a little misleading. That's what's great about this game, is it's all of these little micro decisions that usually are just pretty good about informing the way that you're playing, and it doesn't usually feel like you've been screwed over too much, because there are a lot of methods of correcting problems with a build, essentially, that you have to develop on the fly.
Yeah.
So because I don't have a very good special yet, although maybe that oh gosh, wow. No, that's not bad. I'll take Razor Shoals. That's fine. I'm sorry, what am I trying to say? Oh, so the hammer that I picked up, that is a temporary weapon modification, and if I find a crowd, I can show you. So see how the spear toss arced very abruptly?
Yeah.
And wound up over there, like again, it curved mid-flight. That is because of the hammer that I picked up. And that will only last until the end of the run or until a specific situation that might change it in a minute, in a little while. Not my favorite. Wish I had gotten something else there. So I'm probably not really going to incorporate that much into how I'm playing. At least I don't see that being the case.
Based on what you're describing, it reminds me of the sheer number of possible combinations available in Transistor, but it seems to be like the same amount of stuff but delivered better. Maybe even more stuff, but it's delivered better.
Ooh.
How do you feel about that? Am I on target with that, or?
Yeah, I would say that you're definitely on target with that. So what I have right now, I ran into Poseidon earlier. And
like you do.
Yeah, like you do. It's usual. The usual stuff.
We haven't even gotten to like the story aspect of this at all, and I'm so excited. Okay, go on.
Ooh, I actually don't know if I can handle that one.
How about a different set of choices?
Right now. Okay, so don't use the special. That's easy. For 4 encounters, don't use my special. That's fine. I desperately want to see Athena for this run. So let's see if we can find her. Athena. Okay. Thymus is fine.
Ah, you found me holding up in Kieran's nasty stash there, did you, man? Well, good. Yeah.
That guy is so chill.
Ooh, not great.
Are you getting like screwed on all of your drop rolls?
Maybe a little bit. Oh, it's time for the Hydra. Wasn't expecting that so soon. How are we doing on time?
We have
Good day, Lenny. And now?
about half an episode left.
Okay, that's fine. So, I found Poseidon, and I have modified my basic attack, which is why it's all blue and watery.
Yeah.
And it has slightly increased damage and a push effect.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wish I had found Athena in the shop we were just in. Because with this version of this boss, I tend to eat a lot of unnecessary damage without a little bit of help from Athena, or a different weapon that usually I can get through pretty fine if I have Stygius, because I can just slash my way through
Yeah.
a lot of the projectile attacks.
One of the things that proves that they've delivered all of these options a lot better is because you're talking way more confidently about the decisions that you are making
Yeah.
in setting up your character's abilities in comparison to when we were playing Transistor, where you were just like, does it do? Oh, it doesn't do. Why would it do that? You know?
that's one
There
thing
was
that
so
I-
much uncertainty with setting up like move sets in Transistor that I remember sitting through, and it's just like, it's one of those things where you don't fully know what's wrong until you see it done right.
I have to say that that's one thing that this game does quite well. There have only been a couple times in the entire experience where I've gone like, that didn't work like I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
And it was like such an edge case. It was like I had the twin fists, like the punching gloves, and one of the aspects
Enjoy your magma
changes the special, so it's like
bath. Beautiful.
every X number of basic attacks turns the punch gloves version of this,
Yeah.
which is an uppercut, into this multi-hit combo. Like the animation is similar or the same, but it just hits more. And I found a hammer upgrade that was like, your special it hits twice. And I thought like, oh, is that going to double the combo strike as well? And no, it just appended one additional hit. But that was fine, because that meant that it was hitting like, I don't know, like 9 times or something ridiculous.
Well, and-
instead of 7, I think. I can't remember.
And what was the
exactly.
penalty for getting that wrong, you know?
Well, the penalty for getting that, well, that's the interesting thing. So using this as an example right now, anytime they present the like 3 choices, it winds up being sort of self-regulating, because even if it's not exactly what you want, you can still pick the best option of what's available. So right now, I'm going to drop 70 Charon bucks on this item, just because I've got a little bit of extra coin and I still have 2 empty slots. And I think this will help make up for the fact that I didn't run into Eurydice in Asphodel. And I'm just now that I'm having to say all of this out loud to another person for the first time, I'm realizing how much like gibberish it sounds. Very briefly, all of your, so you see like the blue banner, like the cut in the background? That is giving you an indication of the rarity of the boon that you found. My primary attack boon didn't get one. It's basic.
Okay.
It's a basic version of Tempest Strike, so its base power is reduced, and that sucks. And I was really hoping I was going to find Eurydice, because if you run into her and you ask her to help you, she can randomly upgrade 2 of your boons up 1 level.
Oh, yeah. And I see you could...
Or upgrade 1 rarity tier.
Yeah.
And she seems to favor the ones that are lower, are not already of a high rarity.
I see.
Like, oftentimes what I'll do is I'll try to get a couple of important boons early on, and then find Eurydice and have them upgraded to heroic, which is an incredible boon.
Yeah.
So sorry, no, didn't mean to.
No, it's appropriate. I mean, that's the language of the verse right now. So
Yeah,
it's yeah, and it's interesting to me specifically that each one of these things that you're running into is actually connected with a personality that you get to know the more you play the game.
Ooh, okay, so this is actually what I was hoping for. So this is a perfect example. And are we getting close to the end of an episode?
I will tell you.
Okay, all right. I've got a lot on my mind.
I know you
really
do.
Jazzed up. I had a whole Canada Dry.
You had some high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, just keep in mind, this is just sugar, not caffeine. So, been a pretty tough run so far. Haven't gotten a lot of stuff that I'm super interested in. Yeah. So, I took this specifically, right? Because I thought that I might run into this hammer power.
Yeah.
And I wanted to prepare for that. So now with those 2 things combined, see that storm? Yeah, and its power is upgraded by 40-ish% because of running into Chaos and getting that boon.
Chaos the character.
Yeah, Chaos, Grandpa Chaos. Grandma Chaos? Grand person Chaos.
Grandparent Chaos.
Yeah. I like
Grand one.
Chaos. Chaos is probably my second favorite character.
Yeah. Didn't you? Oh man, there are so many little stories with everybody. Do you want to tell the egg story? Because I don't know that we'll see it. I don't know that we'll see it.
There's no way. Well, we have to play the game for like, who knows how long.
Does that feel like too much of a spoiler?
Well, no, because I can't describe it in the same. Ooh. Oh, but Dionysus's power isn't the best. Oh, balls. No, I think Swift Strike, because I think it might make this move faster. I don't know. That's fine.
Yeah.
It at least, lets me stab way faster. That's great. So if you talk to Chaos. Oh, I can't dawdle. I've got to pick one. Okay, not yet. No, I need
purple.
I need to go see Artemis because she can possibly power up my dash strike at the very least. Oh, I forgot. Still cursed. Just take care of that. So, Chaos. At one point,
Happy Chaos.
Yeah, at one point, Chaos, who has a very solemn sort of like analytical, almost like robotic method of communication.
Yeah, we've heard Chaos. They've spoken to us at least twice in this playthrough.
Yeah. So at one point, Chaos very, very dryly is like, the next time you meet your father on the surface, you should take the egg-shaped token that I gave you with you. It won't help you at all.
My chaos bone switched.
You seem particularly light on your feet there, Zacharias. I'd figure Hermes himself was speeding you along, except I've not seen him about in been a while, really.
Oh yeah, I don't think that they know that Hermes is helping me. Oh, okay. That's actually what I wanted for once. So Chaos says like, hey, take the egg thing that I gave you to the surface. It won't help you. Like, Chaos knows that mechanically it won't help you, right?
Yeah.
And if you do, Hades curses Chaos under his breath as he loses. Chaos laughs, which is one of the only times you ever really hear them on the surface.
Yeah.
And then the next time you visit Chaos, they're just like,
That was really funny.
That was even funnier than I was expecting. I made the entire world and I can see infinity, and that was hilarious. Like that outstripped all of my comedic expectations.
So he just like Chaos. They ask you to put this egg in your pocket and go beat up your dad.
Just accessorize in a special way for me. And yeah, and it'll be a hoot. It'll be a riot. What a good laugh we'll have.
And
hey man.
yeah, I mean, what a good laugh you had, right?
Ooh, I know you just gave me the sign. We should at least try to get through this nonsense.
Okay, cool. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll give you another warning in like 5 minutes.
Just as soon as this battle ends, we'll. You know what we'll do? I think I'll cheat a little bit, and we can cut away until we make it to the boss.
Okay.
Assuming I don't get beefed on the way there.
Well, anyways, that is just one of like 50,000 little storylines that are constantly playing out in this game while you're just going about your business, you know, trying to survive crazy bosses like this. And the thing,
This is actually, this is a weird one. It's kind of a mid-boss. Because you are supposed to fight Asterius and Theseus at the end of Elysium. But after a certain point, Asterius will start fighting you early. And if you beat him here, I think he has a slight health reduction at the start of the battle. Probably like not as much as it should be, maybe. But I think that in the armored version makes it a dicey proposition. I used to think of this as sort of like a bit of a break, right? Because the regular version of him, his attacks are very predictable. Okay, let's see if Demeter has anything to say.
The mark of chaos is upon you, isn't it? A force older than I. Yet one which you ought not trust so readily. No rhyme or reason to that one at all.
And before we end, this is the exact kind of thing that I'm talking about. They recorded so many incidental lines. It's almost maddening to consider, because it's just like they'll comment on weapons that they used to be in possession of. They'll comment on weapons that other gods used to wield. They'll comment on specific boons. They'll comment on charms that you have. Sometimes they jump in and like interject during conversations with other gods, which usually is an indicator that you're going to get an option of a powerful duo boon. And it's just like sometimes it makes enough sense. Like Hermes complimented me on clearing a run especially quickly.
yeah.
He was like, hey man, hey cuz, last time you went through, you were really speedy. Good job.
Yeah.
And that one makes perfect sense. But then sometimes they are so specific that it gives you this uncanny sense of realism.
yeah.
Like You're a person talking to me, aren't you?
Yeah,
You-
it's
you
like
devil machine.
it's like when you run into people at like, I don't know, the supermarket, and they're like, "Hey, you got your haircut, cool," and it's like,
You are reacting to something that's happening right now.
yeah, and it's really weird to get that level of interaction from this context. Especially with mechanics that are this good. Like, it feels like most games seem to lean one way or the other. But this is a total package situation. I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is awesome. And I mean that in the literal sense.
Because I've been beefing it so hard, I think I'm gonna get Nourished Soul, even though that's pretty good. But I haven't really been using it.
All right,
And
but we're going to cut off right here while
Yeah,
you hem and
I'll think
haw,
about
and
it.
we'll come back.
Yeah. I've got to pick up the pace. I've got to go.
don't know
I've got to
if-
go even faster.
I don't know if that's the solution.
No, I've got a need for speed. Hermes is at my side.
I'll tell him you said that.